I want us to get into what's trending and see what's been happening on the socials. In studio, I'm joined by Ray Mute. Ray, good morning.
Good morning. Happy International Women's Day.
Thank you. Or am I supposed to say you too at this point? Thank you very much. Let's see what's happening on the socials. And I think one of the stories is musician, famously known as Nyota Ndogo, was being trolled online.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So Nyota Ndogo, a legendary Kenyan singer from back in the day, was being trolled because she posted the photo of her son. And you know what's funny, Fatia? She had actually predicted being trolled. And I think that goes to how crazy cyberbullying has become. And she had shared a photo of her baby and actually anticipated that people will troll her because of the skin tone of the baby. And she went breaking down online in a video that we saw on her pages. And she said she was really hurt by the comments that people were making about her baby and her posting the baby. And she also shared her insights into what goes into social media and being trolled and how it makes people feel. Was rather unfortunate, but it is a media space, and especially the online media space. It's usually very tricky.
Why were people trolling her? Was that specific? Is it, you said because she posted the picture of the baby?
Yes, she actually predicted that people would troll her because people will think she cheated because the baby has a different complexion to her, and which I found also very strange for her to say and to actually even predict. That is what got my eye, and as well as other Kenyans online. But yeah, she had it rough.
I mean, that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad, to be honest. Let's move on to the next story on Mbarambamba. I struggle to say that name, but he's apparently been forgiven for a certain controversial video and pictures that we saw online. Tell us about that story.
Mbarambamba, that's how you say it.
Right.
And actually, people will think that's his stage name. It's not his stage name, it's his real name, Chris Mbarambamba. So remember, he had been struck by MCSK with a sanction, as well as a fellow musician from the Kisii land, for having unpalatable content, that is controversial content and content that is actually not fit for consumption by the society, according to MCSK. And since the intervention of the Majority Chief Whip, Silvana Sosoro, and the popular lawyer, Danstan Omari, MCSK has now agreed to go out of court and agree with Mbarambamba and see that his songs, some of those controversial songs, are pulled down from or edited from the original versions, just to make them fit for consumption online as well as by Kenyans. And this is something that is very welcome in the music circles, because I mean, his fans too are worried about what the sanctions mean for him in terms of his career. And but for someone as controversial as Mbarambamba, people online were also commenting that maybe he should try something a bit more creative. As part of the comments that I saw online. Yeah. Totally
agree with that. I mean, let's move on to the next story now, outside Kenya. Let's talk about famous Tanzanian musician, that is Zuchu. She's been banned in Zanzibar over certain, she didn't follow certain guidelines and regulations when it comes to having a concert, specifically in Zanzibar, that being, a Muslim state in a way. Yes, tell us about that story.
Well, the issue here is nearly the same as Mbarambamba's situation, and I'm telling you, it's clearly the same. But with Zuchu, it was only a one-time thing because of the concert, and some of the things she said and did in that concert were not very, very welcome among Tanzanians. Remember, Tanzanians are sticklers for this kind of protocol in terms of respecting people's religion, being a dignified artist, and how you dress and how you perform. Even the lyrics you write in songs could get you actually banned. And she was actually banned for 6 months from performing in Zanzibar, and a fine of equivalent to 1 million shillings. And they demanded a written apology from her and her record label, and which she actually did and regretted heavily for her actions and words, which she has since said were only meant to entertain mashabiki. That's what she called them. And I don't know if Mbarambamba will also borrow the same example, but the apology was very welcome online, actually, Fatia. And we wait to see whether that 6-month window will be shortened or not. But for Zanzibar, it's until 6 months is over for now. Yeah.
Right. Okay, moving on now. It's International Women's Day.
Are you happy?
Excited, actually. I'm in a good mood today, so of course could be as a result of that.
Yeah.
But of course the celebrations are happening globally. Even here, we'll be having a conversation a bit later, but tell us a bit what people are saying on social media, how the celebrations like around the country.
Everybody is posting the person they celebrate the most on this time, on this particular day actually. And people are coming out to say, you know, there's 4 things you didn't know about the International Women's Day. Here's what you didn't know about the International Women's Day. The online community is really warm towards women, especially coming on the back of the femicide cases that were being reported earlier in the year. And women have really stood for each other and really supported each other throughout. And even online, actually, we can actually see it even in the posts and the videos that people are making. We have our own videos here, Fatia, which I think you're part of. Oh, yes.
I have not seen it, so.
Head on over to TikTok and see those particular videos. We've really collected views from different women in the newsroom particularly. And you know, the theme was to invest in women this year.
Yes.
And I think we have tried. We have tried, as well as a community online. We've seen a lot of women being